Boom, Team JQ. All right. So there are 7 major categories of questions that you need to ask your PM. Now, I'm going to go into just the top level. And if you want to learn a little bit more, give me a call, send me a text, email. You guys got my number, you got my information. All right. We'll get into it in a minute. Thank you. All right, Team JQ. Probably the most important person if you're going to facilitate a hands-off business and a remote business with respect to owning property and renting it out is your property manager. I have technically 76 questions I would ask my property manager, but they're divided into 7 categories. So I'm going to go through those 7 categories. First category, property marketing. What are they going to do? How are they going to market it? They're just going to throw it on MLS and let it run. Are they going to actually use third party and authorize third party? Those are the questions that you may ask. Second, property maintenance and tenant relationships. So how are they going to execute property maintenance? Do you have a contractor? Are they going to allow them, or are they going to allow you to use your contractor? Or how about tenant relationships? Are they good with tenant relationships? And how are they going to communicate with a tenant? Is it strictly snail mail, or is it snail mail, emails, text, etc.? Find out all of that. Number 3, leases and tenant screening. Does your property manager actually screen your tenants? Do they send them through the specific website, a specific website? What is that website? Actually go through it. Have them send you through it. Let them show you what it looks like on their end when they do a tenant screening. So you have a better understanding of what the tenant screening is. Also, look at the leases. Look at the leases and maybe make some changes or ask for some changes, i.e. addendums to the lease to make it a little more specific to your property. Normally, they get a cookie cutter lease they've been using for 5, 10, 15 years that needs to be adjusted a little bit specifically to your property. Number 4, how is the property manager going to communicate to you? It's extremely important for you to get updates, either weekly, monthly. Weekly if you're doing, let's say, some sort of renovation. Monthly if it's just, hey, we got tenant turnover coming in 60 days. I would like to do this, this, and this. Those are the things that I like to know about and hear about. But you need to know how your property manager is going to communicate to you. Is that just like with a tenant? Is it snail mail? Is it text? Is it email? What are you going to get and how is it going to come to you? And what do they accept back? Is it fax? If it's just fax, no, I don't take that. I move on. I go to the next one. Number 5 is property managers' legal history. Do they actually win in court? Seriously, does a property manager take a tenant to court and lose all the time? If they lose all the time, well, maybe you don't want to use that property manager. Now, I understand COVID right now. COVID is a little harder to evict and all that, but as we get further and further away from this moratorium and further and further away from the COVID craziness that has been affecting us, property managers should have a pretty high percentage rate of getting people out of a property legally and without recourse. Number 6, fee structure and contract. What does the fee structure look like? What does the contract look like? Do they do military discounts? Look at all of that. Those are the items that you need to look at to ensure that, hey, I expect to make out of a $800 rent, I should make $600 with all the fees, et cetera, et cetera. Or with an $800 rent, I'm going to make $672 because they have all these fees, but I understand that they're coming. Understand your fees so you understand your payout, then you understand your bottom line. Finally, property manager's background. That's the last thing I would look at. So what is the property manager's background? Now reviews, take them with a grain of salt. Yelp, Google, all that, take them with a grain of salt. Read the really good ones, i.e. not the ones that just say this property manager is great or this property manager is amazing. No, read the ones that actually explain that they're amazing, or on the other side of the coin, explain that they are terrible, i.e. they failed to do this, they failed to do that, they did this when you asked them to do that. Those are the ones that actually tell you how the property manager is actually managing properties. Well, Team JQ, those are the 7 categories that I would look into with respect to a property manager. Go forth and conquer, ask a million questions. I'm here to help. All right, team, that was the end of the video. Have a wonderful day, wonderful Monday. Go out and do great things.